Devin.
Latest coronavirus report from the state of Michigan, 5,931 new cases of coronavirus. So the average is 1,186 because that number is over the past 5 days. 312 virus-related deaths also reported. That brings Michigan's total number of COVID deaths at the moment to 31,695. Meanwhile, the state's 7-day moving average for daily cases at 1,394 today, a step in the right direction. 7-day case average was more than 2,100 back just as recently as February 16th.
A Genesee County man is arrested in connection to the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. Take a look here. These are pictures of 63-year-old Matthew Thomas Kroll from Linden. He's the one in the middle there with a goatee. He is alleged to have stolen a police baton and hit police officers with it, among other things. Kroll is charged with assaulting, resisting, or impeding officers during a dangerous weapon or inflicting bodily injury, and much more. Federal officials say Kroll is a self-professed executive officer of the Genesee County Volunteer Militia. He unsuccessfully ran for Genesee County Sheriff as a candidate back in 2016.
Colder temps are back. We can feel that, but we're also getting closer to our next snowfall.
Paul is here with a look at our forecast. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, hey there. Pretty quiet right now. Nice shot here at Campus Martius. So we've got a few people on the ice rink there. Temperatures are in the mid-20s all across the area. North-northwest wind at 12. Pressure quite high. People have been tweeting me, hey, my body was aching yesterday. Well, actually, when the pressure rises or falls very fast, it can have, especially falling fast, it can have an impact on your joints. And if you have, like maybe you had surgery or something like that, you'll feel it in the knee. All right, here we are with Storm Tracker 4, and we have a little, this is really mainly just snow flurry activity. You can see here, there's Almont down to Armada, Ray Township over to Richmond and Leonard, and let's move the map a little bit further to the west and see. We're basically going right across M59, I-69 here. This is very light stuff, and a lot of this, in fact, is flurry activity. So this evening, dropping through the 20s into the upper teens by midnight, and we have a dry evening ahead, but we'll be shoveling by Friday. We'll talk about that in a few. Don't forget the Local Forecasters app has real-time radar. You'll want to have it. It's free. Just go to the App Store, search under WDIV, and in fact, that radar, you can pan and move it with your finger. You can see the radar even in Europe.
Hey, Paul, thank you. The White House unveiling new sanctions today and weighing its next moves as congressional leaders press for more aggressive punishments against Russia. That as the government in Ukraine is calling for a state of emergency to prepare for a large-scale invasion that U.S. defense officials expect is coming next. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Good evening. A State Department spokesman said today that the U.S. is still open to diplomacy, but only if Russia is serious, and that right now all signs point instead toward further aggression.
A grim picture on the ground today in Ukraine. The government moving to impose a state of emergency and calling up its National Guard, as a senior U.S. defense official says Russia is as ready as it can be for an expected large-scale invasion. The United Nations General Assembly meeting in New York and raining condemnation on Russia's actions.
This is President Putin's war of choice. If he chooses to escalate further, Russia and Russia alone will bear full responsibility for what is to come.
The Biden administration now leveling new sanctions against the company that built a key natural gas pipeline between Russia and Germany that Germany announced yesterday it was halting.
What had been a prized $11 billion investment on the part of the Russian Federation is suspended indefinitely.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz praising the move while joining a chorus of bipartisan lawmakers pushing President Biden for harsher punishments after he announced sanctions yesterday against two large Russian banks and elites. But analysts say sanctions of any kind may not stop Russian President Vladimir Putin's plans.
Tragically, I think he's going to go in. He's going to go in big. And this will probably be the largest war in Europe since 1939.
In a new video message today, Putin remaining defiant of measures from the West, saying Russia's interests are unconditional. That after he sent troops into two pro-Russian regions in eastern Ukraine that he's now recognized as independent, while signaling his interests lie far deeper into the country.
Back here on Capitol Hill, all senators will get an unclassified briefing tomorrow on the situation in Ukraine, with more details to come when they return to the Capitol next week. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Okay, Alice, and you might not think what's happening in Ukraine has a direct impact on us, but at 6 p.m., Paula Tutman shows you how your wallet and your dinner table are likely to be affected by the sanctions against Russia.
Student activists spent the day telling adults they want action. In particular, they are after tougher gun laws, which they believe could prevent school shootings. They made their case in Lansing, which is where we find Local 4's Rod Maloney. Rod?
Very few of us here in the state of Michigan will ever forget what happened on November 30th, 2021 in Oxford. 4 students gunned down inside their school, others injured. It has sent shockwaves across the entire nation. And one of the people who will certainly carry that day with her for the rest of her life is Zoe Teray.
I think about fleeing my school in a crop top in the snow. I think of seeing hundreds of familiar faces running beside me, running for our lives to Meyer, the grocery store turned sanctuary.
The school shooting sent Zoe and her friends scrambling and then reeling.
How angry and confused we were as we found out our classmates had died. Hannah, Tate. I think about the next day when I got the call that my friend Justin died.
The overt fear Oxford High students felt that day spread to every other school in the state, leaving students feeling vulnerable and looking to adults to provide some solutions. A couple of dozen of Zoe's friends met on the Capitol steps this morning.
There needs to be better safety precautions taken when selling guns, or incidents like this will continue to happen.
The students then spent much of the day inside the Capitol, met with the governor and other legislators. And March for Lives organizer Jayanti Gupta brought a simple message to a very complicated problem.
Instead of teaching students how to survive a school shooting, we should be doing everything we can to prevent them from happening.
A couple of House bills have been proposed in this arena. One would require parents with weapons who have children in their home to actually have the gun secured, and if not, there would be penalties for that. And then they would also look to try and remove the taxation from any of these security devices to make sure that they're more readily available for parents. The House Speaker is looking at this, has a committee checking into this, and we'll see how far that goes. In Lansing, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Okay, Rod. A jury in Minneapolis is now deliberating the federal charges against 3 former police officers connected to the death of George Floyd. Each of the officers, Tao Toe, Jay Alexander, King, and Thomas Lane, took the stand in their own defense during the trial. They are all facing charges. They violated Floyd's civil rights by not offering medical aid or intervening, as former officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for more than 9 minutes. Closing arguments were delivered yesterday in court, and today the jury began its deliberations.
As we wait for official charges, we're finally getting a look at the man killed in the triple homicide of Detroit's West Side. Family members say Aaron Benson was the man who was found dead, shot inside a home on Evergreen, along with his girlfriend, LaShawn Marshall, and her 5-year-old son, Caleb Harris. Loved ones say that Aaron and LaShawn were expecting another child together.
They were trying to start a new family. They were expecting a child, so they was blending the family, and then for this to happen, you know, it's just absurd.
Family members also insist Aaron tried to help the accused shooters by paying to do work around the house.